everyone, and welcome to the Music is Our Hero podcast, hosted by Grammy Award winner Drea Young. This is the spot where we celebrate creativity, share stories, and lift each other up in the arts. Each episode will dive into conversations that inspire, empower, and spark new ideas, because art isn't just about what we make, it's about the community we build together. So grab a seat, get comfy, and let's grow in creativity side by side. The Music is Our Hero podcast, where creativity, community, and inspiration come to life.
All right, we're in.
Awesome.
All right, I'm sitting here today in Drowning Fish's live room with the Ant and Ange band, who I literally just got their names today, and I don't remember them all.
It's all right.
So maybe we should start with that, right?
Anthony.
Who you guys are.
Yeah.
So you're Anthony?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm Anthony.
What do you do in the band?
I'm the guitar player. I write some of the songs. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The guitar player. I write a bunch of the stuff, and then help book and all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and then...
My name's Angelo. I am the lead vocal for the group. I also help Anthony write some of the songs.
Okay, cool.
I'm Andrew. I play bass.
That's what bass players normally
That's
do.
what
They're
we
just
usually
like, that's what I do, and I don't want to talk about it or do anything else. I just play bass.
Whatever you want to know.
No. And then, so you're the drummer.
Yes, my name's Eric, and I play the drums.
And you play the drums. Okay. All right, cool. So how long you guys been a band?
Solidly as the four of us, probably for about since June of last year.
Okay.
So what is that, like 6, 7, 8 months or so?
Uh-huh.
It had originally started out. I've kind of been into music my whole life. I played guitar since I was like 13. I used to live down in Nashville and stuff, and I came home from there. I got Angela. We've been friends since high school, and I was like, dude, come on, like let's start doing stuff. So we started out as an acoustic duo, and then we recorded a first album, which was pretty much all acoustic stuff right there, which he brought for you.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love this. Shattered Figures did this nice stuff too for me.
That's awesome.
Gave me a record, not a shirt though.
That's what we do.
Oh yeah. I should have it on right now. I should have changed.
So yeah, so then him and I started doing a duo thing that went on for like a year or two, and then we recorded a second collection of 10 songs, and we brought in studio musicians for that, and we were like, all right, well, if we're going to play out, we need a band. So then we found a drummer, which didn't really work out, but that drummer brought Kranick, the bass player, and that was cool. And then we had a different couple of drummers for a little bit, and then in June it was like, all right, we need like a steady drummer.
Yeah.
Found our boy Eric down there, and it's been a
That
happy
was last
marriage.
June that you found him?
Yeah, last June, yeah.
Okay. And when did you find him? I missed that part.
That
Sorry.
was probably
I think it was August last year. Two years
2 years ago.
2024?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it was June of 25 that we got Eric, and then
Yeah, you're like August 24.
yeah, it's been smooth sailing pretty much ever since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. And you guys all get along great?
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
During the writing process, so you do a lot of the writing?
Yeah.
Anybody else?
He helps me
And
out
you.
a little bit, yeah, in terms
Okay.
of the lyrics and stuff. But like he'll come over my house, and I'll be like, I have this idea, blah blah blah, and then we'll tweak words, or he'll come over and have an idea, and we just kind of build it out, and then we bring it to them at practice, and we're like, this is what we got, and then
Yeah.
we turn it into something sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. And you guys just released a single like 2 days ago, right?
We did, yeah. This past Wednesday, we put out a song called
Or it wasn't 2
Crazy.
days ago.
Well, same difference, yeah.
March 4th.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I don't know what day it is. Oh, it's March 8th.
Is it?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And so Angelo and I had, I guess back in early 2023, 2024, we had these 10 songs that we got an opportunity to record with this guy Obi O'Brien and Mike Lawson, and they both work with Bon Jovi, so we got to like work with them to make these 10 songs. And Obi had brought in these studio musicians named the bass player's name was Jay Bratton, and Elliot's last name is escaping me because his name is Elliot Drums in my phone.
Okay.
So they brought in Jay and Elliot, and they
So this was at what? And a studio.
so Obi's got like a
Is that
home
what the studio? That's what it's.
He's just got.
Oh,
a home
Obi's the name. Okay.
Yeah, he's a guy. He's the producer for Bon Jovi. He lives up
Guy. Yeah. All right.
up in like, I'm going to call it Northern PA for lack of a better term. But so he invited us up there. We got to record with them, and he brought those guys in, and they totally tore it up. So all the songs that are out under the Ant and Ange band are with them. And then we found Eric and Andrew because we were like, we need a real band.
Oh, okay. So these were recorded with studio.
These are recorded at my. So this is actually it's a whole conglomerate.
It's a whole
story.
thing.
So this is our first album that him and I did together at my brother-in-law's
Where'd this
house.
artwork come from? I love this
Yeah.
artwork.
Little Betty Boop style, you know.
Yeah.
And so we recorded all that with my brother-in-law in like 2021, 22 as just an acoustic duo, and then we wrote him and Angelo and I wrote 10 new songs. Met Obi. And Obi recorded all 10 of them. And instead of putting it out as a second album, we've drip released them as 10 singles. Pretty much. Yeah. So, and now we have 10 more songs that we're getting ready to record as a full band now with Obi and Mike again.
Nice.
So that should be.
So
like
how do you know Obi?
Through my cousin. He's like good friends with Obi. And before I had moved to Nashville in like 2018, he was like, I want you to go meet this guy and talk to him. And I was like, okay. I can do that. And then nothing really ever came of it. And when him and Angelo and I wrote the second album, not this one, I was like, you know what, dude? I'm going to send it to Obi for shits and gigs. And so I sent it we sent him like voice recordings and he was like, this stuff is awesome. Like, let's make it happen.
Yeah.
So he did that. And then it was like a year and change of a recording process. We went from probably started in late.
Like around May of 23.
24. 23 and finished recording in June-ish of 24. Yeah.
Were you like in the studio a lot, or was it just that it took that long?
Yeah, it was like
the studio, and
it was like a mixture of both because Obi was doing a lot of like Bon Jovi stuff, I guess, and then he's got a guy that works with him named Mike Lawson, and Mike owns or co-owns a studio in Philly called Sign Studio. Okay, so sometimes we'd go down to Philly like whenever. So it was kind of whenever they had time for us, we made it work because,
yeah,
that's what you got to do.
What's the hardest part for you in the studio? Anybody can answer. Everybody should answer.
I think it depends on the song because sometimes you like to do tracking to make things sound on time. Then other times you like to do the live recording and just trying to hit that perfect one live track.
Yeah,
So I think that's always the hard part because as you keep playing it, and trying to get that right one, sometimes you capture it, sometimes you don't.
Yeah, and the more that you keep doing it, sometimes, it gets lost.
You lose the energy.
I don't know what it's like with drums, but I know, as far as, the energy changes, and you're overthinking it, and everything just gets crazy.
Yeah, sometimes that first recording of it, you just capture it. You're like, I almost don't want to touch it now because it has the sound you want.
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys play out a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah,
all the time. I mean, we try to play out like at least 2 or 3 times a month. We have like a big Excel file where we all kind of put venues and stuff, and we'll reach out to them, and then we'll play anywhere. We just played last weekend at Dawson Pub
Street
in Manayunk.
Okay. Yeah,
and then the weekend before that, we were out at like Liberty Tavern in I guess Chester-ish.
Now is it all original music when you guys play out?
99%. We'll throw like a couple covers or two in there because that's what people want to hear. But like we're like a strict, someone's got to pick up the torch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are what is like some of your favorite venues?
We played at, it was early February, I believe. We played at Silk City.
Oh, the diner?
The Silk City Diner.
Yeah, where like so I do a DJ thing there for brunch. Where does the band set up? I don't know if I've been in that part of Silk City.
There was the diner and attached to the right, and then there's like a left side with
that's where I do it.
There's a bar with the big they just set up a stage there.
Okay.
And everyone else.
It's like a smaller little area,
everyone kind
right?
of packed in that room, but that was a lot of fun.
Okay.
We got there early. We all ate at the diner, got some food before, then just played a show.
Yeah.
Then they have the beer garden too, like inside outside kind of thing. So we hung out. It was fun.
Yeah, that's super cool. For the single that you just put out, who's behind it mostly with the writing? I know that you guys both write, but who started? It's called Crazy, right?
Yeah, it's called Crazy.
Yeah. What's it about?
I guess love. I mean, I guess for like hopelessly romantic love,
Yeah.
Like the lyrics are pretty much like crazy about you. The way I feel about you can't be understood. You and me together feels so good. So it's just lighthearted love, nothing serious and big, like it's groovy, for lack of like a better word. Yeah. It's kind of.
And how would you guys describe your sound to somebody that's never heard?
Oh, we struggle with this
Vintage
Do you?
rock.
It is vintage. Yeah, I was listening to it on the way. Yeah.
Vintage rock.
I like that.
That's what I would call it.
Yeah, I
Because
think
it's got that old feel that but it's new. That's
Yeah.
what I'd say.
Yeah. How long did it take you guys to record the single? Like, what kind of process was that?
So it was like a.
Did you do it with Obi?
Yeah. We did them all, everything except for that album with him we did. And it started out, we tracked all the drums and all the bass. And then a couple months would go by and we'd come down to Philly and we'd do like vocals and guitar there were 10 songs we did total. So it was kind of just as we had time. So like Crazy was probably one of the last songs we did. And the cool thing with them is they taught us.
These are the 10 that you were talking about that you kind of are just doing one at a time.
Yeah, now because we were going to do a second album, but then Angelo and I had kind of talked about it and like, not to say anything about people, but like with Spotify and iTunes, like I have the opinion that the attention span for an album just isn't really there,
Yeah.
So if we drip one song every 3 months, then we'll be a little more prominent than if I put 10 songs out and you don't ever listen to all of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Easier pitch. Do you have 3 minutes to listen to my song? Do you have 45 to listen to my album?
Right. I've thought that about the single thing now for like over a decade. Like who? Now it's cool though when you have it like this, like because the records are coming back. So it is cool because that was the whole thing for a minute. Like, when records weren't cool.
Yeah.
And the CDs took over or whatever. But like, no, not even CDs. When everything went digital in like the early 2000s, and it was like, we used to sit and look at the artwork and listen to the record. So that's cool. So if people have record players, they might listen to the album.
Yeah, and we got like.
So you're dripping those. Are you going to end up having them all in one?
It's
or you don't know.
We want to, but it's such a pain with we use CD Baby, and like they give you a certain, I think it's an ISBC number, and then they can't take
the
it.
ISRC.
Yeah, and then for them to take it and put it all into like one album seems to be such a hassle.
I like years ago when I used to release more music, I was able to buy like. I feel like still like an endless supply of these ISRC numbers, and so I don't even use CD Baby. Like I think it's like $5 or something if you do it with CD Baby, right? And they give you the code, or something like that. But I mean, I haven't released anything in a long time, but it's just like this endless supply. I mean, maybe they're not even working now, but there might be a way around that you could look into, like buying your own, and that way you don't have to pay $5 every time, and then you might be able to just release it with a new.
Yeah, and we've talked about it before because, like,
each one has their own code, and then they're being all weird about it if you want to put them together.
Right, because our biggest concern is like, based on like Spotify and all the algorithms and stuff like that. I don't want our one song "Dancing in France" has like 1,000 and change plays, so I don't want to put that into an album and then all of a sudden it says 0. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
I don't want it to lose the fact that
like it would be released again.
Right, exactly.
Kind of.
So, and they're like hard to get in contact with because they don't work on Fridays and they're 2 hours behind us. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I use CD Baby they've been around for a long time.
Yeah. I love you, CD Baby.
Yeah. We love you, CD Baby.
I do love you.
But like, if you hear us, maybe you can help these guys out.
Yeah, stop copywriting us, please. Every song we put out, he deals with all of it. He's like the copyright fixer.
Whenever I put up like an audio or something on YouTube, CD Baby will put out their own topic page with the song, but we have our own page that I want to grow, so I'll just put it out on the side, and as soon as it goes,
it thinks
live,
that you're stealing it.
Yeah, CD Baby, and I've done it for every song.
I mean, I guess that's good. Because then you just got to tell
thing.
YouTube you own it, right? Or is it a pain? I never had to deal with that.
The pain part is trying to get, because it's every single time, and after like the 6th, 7th time, it's like, all right, CD Baby, like you want to merge it and like make us an official artist channel. We could kind of cut the middleman here. So far, it's
they don't work with YouTube anymore.
I mean, it's all crazy right now with the streaming and I don't know what's happening. I feel like I I say this in every podcast too. Like, I don't believe anything I read either in 2026. So it's like, unless you're fact checking everything, I still bring things up so we have something to talk about. But like, I don't know what's even real. Like, and I'm really just annoyed at this point. You know what I'm saying?
AI.
Like, I turn on. I know. Like, I'm over. Like, I turn on the and like. Not to get into politics, we don't got to do that, but that's like a huge part of what the problem is like you open up your social media and there's just all these things and you're like, what? And you want to believe them. Oh, you don't want to believe them, but like, you're like, wait, is this real? And then some people run with it and they just start sharing this crazy thing. And I'm like, is this even real?
Right.
Well, that's sort of funny because like I met someone recently and she like had heard of our band, but she didn't actually know if we were real or not, apparently.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, because like they really did the people dirty.
Yeah.
Like Spotify and all, they made up all. That's funny though.
Yeah. We're real.
We're definitely
right
if you Google the Ant Names
I mean,
band,
it's real though.
comes
Like
right
they
up.
literally. I mean, that's something that's going around, and I haven't dug deep into it, but it makes sense that a corporate like POS company would do this, and they created all these AI bands, and so really they're just profiting off of this.
Yeah.
It's madness. And then I read, I don't know again if it's real, that DistroKid is selling out. It's some of the distributors are selling to major labels.
Oh, really?
Which
It's crazy.
so just Bandcamp it, like
Yeah.
you know. I mean, we can't though because you gotta like even this podcast, I release it everywhere because you want to make sure people can hear it everywhere.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
You know, our first drummer was like a big, like, down with Live Nation, down with Spotify kind of guy. And like, I get it, but not the majority of people aren't on, you know, the secondary apps like Bandcamp. If I want, I'm just saying, like my aunt and uncle to hear it, they're going on Spotify. They don't even know what.
They don't even know anything else exists.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm hoping like through, I mean, I dream big. So I'm like, you know, I'm doing this podcast, Music is Our Hero. I think it's such a great thing. And I would love to just get so many people involved. We all just have to like be involved.
I agree.
Because it's the labels against us.
Yeah.
You know, and if people want to get signed, I mean, that's up to you. Do you guys have like your business? Do you guys know who's the business guy in the band? You? And you.
Yeah.
So you guys have like you have a publishing company and all that, or how do you guys do that?
So when I was in Nashville, that was probably one of the best things I did was I learned all about like ASCAP and BMI and all that stuff. So
You were living there like as a kid?
pre-COVID. So I'm like from here and everything. And then
Okay.
In college, I guess around 2019, I dropped out, moved down to Nashville, maybe
Because of music?
Yeah, just for
Okay.
music. And I was down there. I was playing. I was doing a lot of songwriter, like individual, like acoustic nights, and playing at all sorts of places. But then I got heavy into like the business side of it. So I had made my own ASCAP. I had him make an ASCAP when we started doing acoustic stuff, and then I created my own publishing company, like on ASCAP, so that I can retain all the rights and everything to our music. So
Do you guys have like an LLC that everything falls under?
not yet.
So
yeah.
because I mean, what if a label with a lot of money, you know, saw you guys, liked you guys, and were like, we want to sign you, you know?
Yeah.
Like how would the good thing is you have your publishing, and if you could set up for like your own label.
Yeah.
Do you have like your own label set up?
Pretty much.
In a
Like
way.
everything comes out.
Because then you
released
can
under,
go
like,
in with the
Ant Gatto Publishing, everything comes out under.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
under the publishing, because so when you copyright, do you guys do 2 or you do 1?
Just one.
Okay, because it's all the same authors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Because so if a label did come to you guys and you have your business set up, so you could protect yourself, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, would you guys take the offer?
It'd be a discussion.
Yeah, that's I think it's a loaded question because I would.
It is.
I would love to,
It
but
is
you know,
because like really, you know what I mean? Like,
you offer
do
me
you
$2
need
million to
them?
be like a huge band, right? But now I'm $2 million in
The
debt,
debt.
right? And it's like, you know, I don't really have much leverage because they could just as quickly turn around and be like, all right, go to hell. Like, I'll go
We
pick
see-
the next band, right? So I don't know. It would be very like it'd be a discussion between the four of us, I think, and then I'd probably talk to Obi a little since he's in that world with Bon Jovi and stuff. Like he'd probably be like my first call.
Yeah. I mean, maybe there's a way to do it where it's like, yeah, you don't sign your life away and have to get lent that much money.
Yeah, something like that.
If you were lent money, how much would you guys want to like?
yeah, I mean,
to like Do you guys have like families and stuff? Are you married or anything? Like,
I'm married.
You're
but
married.
No kids.
no kids,
I'm not married.
not married,
Married, no kids.
married, no kids,
Married and no kids.
married, no kids, almost married, no kids.
Yeah.
What are your actual, like, I know obviously playing and all the things that you're already doing, but how far would you guys really like this to go if it could?
I mean, I want to give, like, I mean, it's like my dream, you know?
Yeah.
I'd be willing to give the Beatles a run for their money if I could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, that's how big I want to be. And I know.
Have you ever gone on to like a little tour? Have you ever arranged one of them yet?
No, 'cause I
it's
mean-
probably in the future. Though. You can do a little indie tour.
Yeah, I mean, just with us like meeting Eric in June, it hasn't even been a year yet, and we're playing. We're signing up for festivals now. We're waiting to hear back from them, and like we're trying to get out into tri-county or tri-state, like Jersey, Delaware,
Yeah.
New York.
You're
We're
gonna,
open
you're
to
gonna
play
do
anywhere.
it, and you have a great sound for it. I know I told you guys before the podcast that I run sound. The Grateful Day Trippers. In your journeys, you're gonna find these people.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like Shattered Figures, kind of like what you guys are doing. It's like this whole indie scene of people. To me, that's why I just get excited every time I'm talking to somebody on this podcast because I'm like, you guys we're all gonna meet.
Yeah.
Like this is gonna be crazy, and I think we could take over the world. You know, not over the world, but the scene. Like we have to keep music alive.
Well, yeah, and someone, like I said in the beginning, someone's got to pick up the torch. Beatles are great, Stones are great, right? But they're 85 and they're going to die eventually.
What's
gonna
his
happen
face
then?
still alive? Mick Jagger.
Living and breathing, still touring.
Is he
just
still
had a
doing
kid not
sold out
long ago.
shows at the?
Yeah, they were just here like 2 years ago in Philly doing at the Link.
And they sell that out. Could you imagine selling out the Link?
Yes, yes, I can.
That would be crazy.
That's our goal, baby.
Yes, that would be amazing. I'll buy a ticket. You all live in different places. So what's it like trying to practice? How does that work?
Ironically, the place that they were practicing when I first tried out for them was the same place my previous band used to practice at. So I already knew the place because we were there for 6 or 7 years before.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of a central location, right? Westchester. Reading's maybe a 40-minute drive. I think a little bit less for these guys,
Yeah,
but somewhat centralized.
Okay, cool. And how often do you guys got to do that?
every week.
Oh.
We practice every Wednesday.
That's why you don't have kids. You can't have kids.
Yeah,
Can't
I
have
mean,
kids and be musicians.
it was great because we're pretty organized, and we kept running into drummers being the hardest thing. And we met Eric, and he was like, "I want a solid date that we're always practicing on this date." And I was like, "You are the man."
Yeah.
So Wednesdays were our day, and so we meet every Wednesday, 6 to 9. We practice.
Cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
at Firehouse Studio. Thanks, Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Thanks,
where you
Paul.
practice. Firehouse Studio, and that's in Westchester.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it just a rehearsal space or is it a studio?
It's like it's his house, but he's turned the whole room into a pretty functioning studio, and he's got a sound room upstairs that he uses. So if you wanted to record an album there, like you could,
Yeah.
but it's a great practice space for what it is, and it's cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So Obi, does he have a nice mic collection?
yeah.
Or do you know if he does?
Obi has like one of the original mics the Beatles sang on the Ed Sullivan Show, I think.
Okay.
I don't know what they're called, but it's like that big silvery square.
With like the lines.
He had everything. I mean,
Yeah.
he was so monotonous about the mics he was using, like for the drums and how they're angled, and it was just amazing. Even the stuff they had playing guitar through is stuff I've never seen, or even
Yeah.
he pulled out like a $2,000 sitar pedal, and I was like this is amazing. You know, like I can't compete with this at
Yeah.
all.
And the sound that he captured, like that's what you guys sound like. That was
Yeah.
all your sounds, and
Yep.
then he captured it, and it sounded cool.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some experiences in the life of the band. I would love a good experience, and I would also love like one of your worst experiences. It could be writing, recording, playing out, business. Could be anything. Just something that
I feel bad. I feel like I'm doing all the talking. I mean, working with Obi. is
they're
one
all
of the-
smiling right now.
Working
They're
with Obi-
thinking.
Working with Obi is one of the coolest things that's ever happened to me in my life. You know,
Yeah.
at his pinnacle level of someone who's been in the echelon, the top of the music business, to work with us, and they're going to record another album for us now. So to have that is like come on,
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
What about like a show experience?
One of the first things that comes to mind is like before we met Eric, we were playing with like an in-between drummer at a place in Downingtown, and it was like a very quiet, like intimate crowd, and it was just for me, like I was just completely like that was the worst like anxiety I've probably ever had playing. And I was like, how am I gonna like
Why? Because it was a
keep
quiet
doing
little...
this? Well, yeah, it was like so quiet and like everyone's just staring at you. But also I was just like still getting used to playing in front of people. Like my first gig ever was with them 2 New Year's ago, you know, and it's been a while since then obviously, but like yeah, like at that one Downingtown gig I was just like terrified, but like I feel like I've come a long way. Like now, like our last show, I felt like at Dawson Street, I was like I felt like for me and for us as a band, I felt like it was like our best energy. I felt like
when you would feel that way, like is there something like everybody has this like weird thing they might do like that would like calm you down at all?
Yeah, it would be stop smoking weed before.
Oh God,
before playing.
That's something you got to do not before a podcast too. I did before the Shattered Figures podcast, and I just kept forgetting everything I was gonna say. Like, so okay, yeah, that'll definitely.
Yeah.
Even as a DJ, if I smoke beforehand, it's like all of a sudden I'm like, I have no idea what to play.
Yeah.
I can't do this. I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But that's not for everybody. Like some people are like, that's what they do.
That's
like,
what they
they're
do.
fine.
It's
used to
crazy. I
love
know a
getting
lot of
stoned.
people like
Yeah.
that. I'm like, how the hell are you putting a blunt to the face right now?
Yeah.
Like, I just took one hit and I'm whacked. And I feel like I can't do anything. Yeah, some people need it, I guess. I don't know. So that's one coping mechanism. Is that the only one?
Just thinking like, so, I mean, obviously like I want the crowd to have as great a time as possible, but like for me, it's like if I focus on the band and the sound and all that sort of thing,
And forget that they're
and
there.
not trying to be like perfect and never make a mistake, because it'll like happen. A mistake could happen, but like the more I play, like the more we play, like those mistakes are kind of not as noticeable anyways.
Right.
You know, we just can
Yeah, just
keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We smile at each other now. And
Yeah.
When you like get through a little moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the last couple of times we've played out, like the vibe from all of us is we're just having fun anymore. Where initially it may have been a little more serious.
So then
We're
it's like
trying
more
to just
stress and
get the song right. Now we feel comfortable playing with each other. We're just having fun.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the fun part. You guys are at the fun part. Is there any ever any creative differences in
Cover
any
songs.
with huh?
Working through cover songs is
Yeah.
nothing bad. It's just cover songs are hard to pick sometimes because everyone's got different opinions, stuff they like, stuff they don't like, and then we also not trying to play the A sides of every, like I don't we don't want to do all the hits. If we're gonna cover a band, let's do a little bit more of an obscure song by the Chili Peppers or by the Beatles or by Dr. Dog.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, no, that's even a stretch saying that covers are they're not even an issue because we work through it and we have fun and it.
And so in the creative process of also writing your originals, there's not a lot of disagreement. Is there anybody that's like,
No, we're good. I mean, on Wednesdays we practice. Like it's almost a hangout. We have a lot of fun together.
yeah,
And in creative differences, none so far. I mean,
that's good.
it's all good ideas.
Because you guys all get along. It's not like someone in the band is trying to like.
Yeah, and no one
tell everyone what to
no
do.
one would get hurt if we were like, we don't want to do that. Like, that's fine. Yeah, you don't want to do it. Well, we won't do it.
Yeah,
Trying to do what's best for the song rather than,
that's exactly what you
getting
have to do.
spotlight on one person or the other.
Mm.
What's best for the song? Let's try and do that.
Yeah,
We can experiment later after it sounds pretty good.
yeah,
Mm.
that's what's most important.
And like him, Eric and Andrew, for them, like Eric's the drummer, right? I'm not gonna tell him what drums to play. I don't play the drums, right? So it's like you have full creative liberty to lay down whatever kind of beat you want, and then same with the bass. And then if I write a song, I don't tell him how to sing it. It's like you're the singer.
Yeah.
Sing it whatever works for you, right?
How about writer's block? Does that happen?
For me, for sure, yeah.
It's got to happen, right?
I feel like
you
I
can't
go
just
through
write all the time.
spurts where like I might not write for like 3 months, and then all of a sudden I write 4 songs in 3 of them are junk, and one of them is like, we'll try all 3 or all 4, and a month will go by at practice, and we're like, forget this.
Is there ever a time like one of those songs that you're like, all right, we got to put it over here, and you come back to it like a year later or something, and then you're like, this is actually a pretty good song. Maybe we should see this through.
Well, I guess I would say like, yeah, the one that I like we were just talking about with where I came up with the chords, like we had like I brought it to the group like at one point and we like jammed on it and all that kind of thing. And then eventually, yeah, we didn't come back to it till like a couple months later, and we just kind of changed the structure of it a little bit went from there,
Yeah.
And it worked.
Turned it into a song, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're starting to get comfortable at practice where, like at the time, I was trying to get caught up with what they're playing.
Right.
So we could sound like a band, and then we're focusing on, all right, we need this for a set list, that for a set list. And so some of the creative stuff were shelved, and we started
Right.
bringing them back when we had time.
But now it's like all
Now we're just
gelled
kinda
up and
mixing
having
and
fun.
matching. Let's do set list stuff. Let's, play with some creative stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And practice is just fun.
When you write, is it more you're writing stories or is it like more personal? Or is it both?
Hmm.
Both.
I'd say a little bit of both. At least for me, my writing process has been a journey of started out as not personal attacks, but it was like, who this is about. You know exactly who this
Right.
is about. And now our songs, the songs that are all out under the Ant and Ange band, I feel like are very obscure. They're not like they're not about anybody or a specific thing because I want them to be relatable for you and for
Right.
them and for
So
anybody.
the way you tell the story, yes.
You
so
know?
anybody can like make their own story
Yeah,
to the story.
exactly.
Yeah. So how does it affect your like your own relationships, right? You all said almost married or not married. You're not.
I'm not.
You're not. Okay. How does like music affect music can take up a lot of your time.
Mhm.
And sometimes people don't understand that. Like how are you guys in your relationship? Like do your wives and whoever understand?
I'll start. My wife's very understanding, very patient. Back when I first met her 13 years ago or so, I was always just playing the drums, but not really in a band. I played in middle school, high school, jazz band, marching band, but kind of shelved it to focus on sports and then came back to it. And ironically, I met her around the same time I had a work injury, and I actually had a finger amputated. And one of the things that I did constantly, like didn't leave my room, I would just play on this electric kit. And that was kind of my therapy. And she actually was the one that pushed me to keep going with it.
Yeah.
So not only has she been understanding through the process, she's actually pushed me a little bit to do
That's
it.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got support.
Yep.
You got support?
Oh yeah, like
That's great.
I'm always like, my wife is always like incredibly encouraging in terms of like, yeah, like she likes to see me and us like going out and having a good time and like enjoying practice, enjoying going out and playing and like creating. And yeah, I feel like I've had nothing but support from my friends and family.
I'll shout out my wife too. She's the bomb. I'm a big dreamer, and like Text and Obi, I send him voice recordings, and she is always like, "Just do it. What's he gonna say to you?" No. So yeah, she's big supporter for the band.
That's
So,
great.
Yeah.
That's great. That makes everything a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it consumes Wednesday nights and then I guess writing. If you guys could like collaborate with one other artist or band, who would it be?
So I'm a big fan of Reverend Horton Heat.
Okay.
It's like a psychobilly. I think a lot of what he does with the guitar, they use a stand-up bass, but 3-piece, like us with vocals. I feel as though that would be a fun collaboration.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody else have any?
I mean, my answer is Clapton. If I could collaborate with anyone, I'd have Eric Clapton in the
Eric
room.
Clapton?
Yeah, I would do a hell of a lot.
He's still alive, right? You
Yeah,
said?
yeah. I don't care if he's basically crippled.
What do you love about him so much?
Something I love is that when you watch him live, it is never the same solo, and that's
Oh.
what I love about his playing. Is he might play I Shot the Sheriff 400 times, but it's always got that like different aspect of it. He's creative. You force yourself to play the music right there, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I love about him. Yeah. If he ever sees that.
We'll just clip
up,
that
Rick?
and send it to him. Next thing you know, Eric Clapton's giving you a call
Please.
for a collaboration.
I have a heart attack.
Oh, well, then maybe he shouldn't call.
I mean, I feel the same way in terms of like playing bass too, though. Like keeping it new every time we go out and play. You know, like not just play note for note every song. You know, but no, in terms of like collaborating with, I don't know. Like I love, like I guess probably one of my favorite bands is definitely the Beatles, and like, but like I feel like Paul would be a little like controlling or something.
I'm sure he would
I don't
be.
know how that would
I'm
go.
sure he would be.
He'd be like, just
He'd
do
be like,
this.
you better listen.
Yeah, he'd be like, just do this, and he'd
You're
be like,
like
I'm already playing bass,
shining
so
his
like you can
shoes.
just stand there and do nothing.
Wait until you meet Obi, buddy. Just wait until you meet Obi.
What's it like being the bass player? Do you like bass
like-
players? I don't know. I don't even know what I'm asking, but I feel like bass players, it's like they're usually quiet.
They're unique.
What
They're
was
always
that thing?
unique. They're always unique. I don't know why.
I am the
bass
only one
player's
wearing a blue suit, I guess.
That's what I'm saying.
And then we were supposed to all wear like 20s. Was that 20s outfits the one
Oh, yeah,
time?
but yeah,
And
yeah.
I was just wearing like not normal clothes, but like not the same outfit everybody else was. And
Typical bass player.
What were you wearing?
Like not a t-shirt, like a Hawaiian shirt almost
Hawaiian
kind of thing.
no, yeah, something.
And it was for a show?
But at the show was
Yeah.
1920s themed.
Right.
So him and
Yeah,
I
but
were
I didn't
dressed
know
like
that
this.
they
were
Eric
all
had suspenders
doing it.
on. And this guy walked out in 1965. Like,
Right off the
just
beach
Beach
on
Boys.
LSD.
yeah. Pretty much, literally. Right off the beach on Molly.
So, yeah, but you get to just jam. So these guys will send you like the guitar basically or the melodies and everything, and then you just jam, and then you two obviously have to lock in to things.
Yeah, often. I mean, when I first joined the band, like, you know, they already had songs that were, you know, kind of finished. So I'm like, you know, kind of learning that part of the song, and then like the bass part, but then, you know, I have the creative liberty to kind of take it my own direction.
Yeah.
As long as it still fits what we're trying to do, you know, the vibe of the song and all that. But then with the new songs, often it's just like, you know, we're all kind of in it together, and like we'll bring something, these guys will bring something to practice, and we'll kind of just figure it out right then and there, you know, and
Yeah.
yeah, and it'll change
Just kinda
over
jam it out.
time, and yeah, it'll eventually kind of marinate, if you will, and gets
See,
somewhere.
only a bass player would say the song marinates.
Well, no, I got you.
A lot of workshopping off jams. Which is
Yeah.
fun, you know, just like
Yeah.
here's something that they brought to practice. Him and I just trying to lock in on something, and we'll just jam for 30 minutes and find clips of that could be a song.
That work, yeah. So as the drummer, when you do write the beat and all that, it's like what are you listening to besides? Well, not besides. Just what are you listening to?
so-
Like, how do you write your drums?
The stuff that they had written, I try to get as close as possible with how it was on the album, but maybe add my own flair to it.
Mm-hmm.
Anything new, I'm typically listening for the guitar riff, and then I'm feeling the bass and listening for the spots where there is or is not notes being played. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't like stepping on things. I like leaving natural space.
Okay.
So I like to just listen to.
So you'll be
lot of
less
guitar.
busy, like if he's busy. Is that what you
Yes.
mean?
Yeah, I don't like being that guy that's making a song with too much drums in
much.
it if the song doesn't call for it.
Right.
So a lot of feel, but a lot of locking in with the bass as far as tempo, but locking in my actual drum beat off the guitar lick
Okay.
to try and marry those two
Okay.
if possible.
Cool. What do you guys? So this podcast isn't going to come out till April. Is there anything in the works or coming up or anything like that you know of?
A lot of
You're
travel.
applying. Are you applying to festivals? Have you already applied to any?
A couple. What are they called? Off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you. We got into Launch Festival in Reading, but
Okay.
we're not going to be able to make that because a couple of us are going to be out of state,
Oh.
which just happened with the dates. Just
You
got
don't remember the other ones?
one's called Pine.
Oh,
uh,
Pine.
Ridge?
Pine Ridge.
Pine Ridge.
Yeah, yeah.
They have a third stage they're opening up, so they just got back to us about doing that. And then we still have 3 more songs that we recorded with Obi that were. One might come out in April. What is that, next month? That's high hopes, but I doubt it. Just because we don't want to run out to stuff to put out before we have more stuff to put out.
Right.
So probably in the next month or 2 we'll have another song out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's either going to be Flames or Be With You. We're trying to think because it's darker is a strong word to use, but like it's got wintertime vibes. But
Okay.
wintertime's almost over, so now
Right.
we're going to buy a farmer's almanac and see when there's going to be a big thunderstorm, and we're going to release it on a thunderstorm week.
Farmer's Almanac.
Yeah, we
Do
don't.
they still make
like
those?
Probably at the
County for
gas
sure.
station. Yeah.
For sure.
So, because like I said, it's got a little darker undertone. So if I put it out on like a sunny and 75 kind of day, you're gonna be like,
What the hell's
Don't wanna
happening?
listen
Like,
to
this
it
is
anymore.
depressing.
Yeah, exactly. But if it's thunderstorm and we got like fake thunder in the song, everyone will be like, yeah, this is cool.
Yeah. That's a good idea. But yeah, you won't know.
Farmer's Almanac. Sponsor us. We're looking for t-shirt sponsors.
Oh my god, that's funny. You have any shows booked that you know of, like in?
April 4th, we do have a show at Liberty Tavern in
Okay.
Woodland.
April 18th, we're playing at
There we go.
Century Bar in Philly.
June 26th.
Well, May we're playing at the Mill in Aston.
Mhm.
Okay.
And we're playing potentially that Pine Ridge Festival. And then, June 26th,
Very cool.
Delaware, we're opening for.
Too Hot for Leather. They're a band from Nashville.
Wow.
They're
Shout
like
out
on a
them.
tour and stuff. So, yeah, they hooked us up. We're going to
Oh, you're gonna open up for 'em?
them. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that should be cool.
And where's that at?
What is
I think
that
it's
place?
Newark.
Yeah, somewhere in
Newark.
Newark. Yeah,
Halftime.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Some whispers, some big things could come in July, but nothing crazy we don't know about yet. And then
Yeah.
we're going to be recording with Obi again, so that's going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is a good crowd? Like, what do you guys like from an audience? What is something when you look and you're like, oh man, this is great, or oh man, this is horrible?
This is less specific, but our last show at Dawson Street Pub was it was a little bit of a smaller space, more intimate, and there was a ton of people there, and I loved it because there was, as opposed to like we played at the Gem, which was awesome. The Gem was a lot of fun, but there was a lot more open space. At this place, there was just this crowd of people, like I could touch them with my hand just like that. And that was, I don't know, some people might hate that, but I thought it was really fun. There was just like this little circle of people.
And were they
just-
there for the music?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they were jamming with you. It wasn't like they were all just
Yeah,
like.
they're there dancing, wooing and stuff. That was fun.
We did
Yeah.
4 encores.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time.
It was
Yeah.
like 1 a.m. It was, it was a good,
That sounds
good
fun.
time.
Yeah.
Same as Silk City was like that.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Silk City's crowd they were pretty cool.
What's one of your like most your unforgettable moment?
At Silk City,
Oh yeah, in Silk City. That's right. That was the spot.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the
Yeah, that's a good
Thursday
one.
the Thursday before we played at Silk City, I had made some homemade bread and I was cutting it for dinner and I missed the bread and decided to slice my finger.
Oh.
And this is like my play,
Yeah.
my fretting hand. And at Silk City, I covered my guitar in blood. And
Oh
people
wow.
thought it was the coolest thing in the world.
So
It was awesome. I mean, they said that should be my thing.
How much blood?
I
Was
wish
it like
Lots
on
of
your
blood.
guitar?
I was-
What
yeah.
the Band-Aid didn't
I
work?
had a Band-Aid on, and then it was like, to hell with this.
Did
like
it
I can't.
hurt?
Oh, it hurt like hell, but it was
Oh.
like.
Aren't your fingers like sticking to the neck though?
Well,
because
yeah,
of-
because you would think with like dried up blood, you'd think since there's blood is wet, but it like instantly dried on the strings, so like they got like
Wow.
sticky, and then the strings kept slipping into the cuts. It was kind of gross, but
That was the one. Did you only play at Silk City once so
Yeah,
far?
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so that was the great experience, and
was
also you were just
awesome.
bleeding off.
people loved it. They're like, that's got to be your thing. So I'm
There
gonna
was
start
blood
cutting my
everywhere.
hand.
That's crazy.
like all over the neck.
Everywhere on my guitar, it was just covered in blood. Yeah.
Wow. That's intense.
It was a small cut. And we don't play hard music like that. Our music is not like Metallica. Like, I'm up here playing like blues.
Gwar. You guys ever hear Gwar?
No.
Oh my God. It was like an old, you have? Yeah, way back like in the 90s. They were all crazy. Like, you're not a band like that. No. What's your guys' most favorite song to play? Do you guys have the same one? You probably don't have the same one.
Oh.
I like Dancing in France.
And is this on like somewhere to stream? Okay.
Yeah, it's out.
Dancing
I'm gonna
France.
check
Yep,
it
it's
out.
out everywhere.
Dancing in France.
Yeah, I feel every time we play it, it's just I like playing out live that song because people who aren't paying attention that might be at a bar, you see the head turn. It's like,
Yeah.
we've captured them, and then they start bobbing the head.
Yeah.
That always gets people going.
And what's Dancing in France like? I mean, I know kind of your vibe of your songs. What's going on with that song? What's it about? Or that doesn't even matter. It's the feel that you like, right?
Yep, the
It's
feel.
very
that I like.
high energy for
High
sure. Like
energy
you
for
can.
sure.
It's like
dance.
literally dancing in France. It feels like.
Yeah, it's all about falling in love and being like, well, not kind of getting rejected, I guess. Like, we should be dancing in
Yeah,
France,
almost
right?
reminiscent. Like
Yeah.
I'm picturing us together.
It's got like a weird Stray Cat vibe kind of thing.
Was this one released before you guys? Was it one?
Yeah,
was it on?
One we recorded without them, yeah. Like
Yeah, it
everything
came
that's
out-
out under the Ant and Ange band is just him and Angelo and I, and then the studio musicians. And then obviously now everything we play live is with Eric and Andrew because we can't get studio musicians to play live. Not that we would, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying. Like, so
But they're gonna still hire the studio musicians when they have to record. So
yeah. No, so yeah, all the stuff that's out is with the studio guys, but yeah. What about you? I don't know, what's your favorite song we play?
Me.
Bass player.
I do like. Well, The Waltz is great. So that one kind of has. That's one of the newer songs. It just sort of has like.
So
like
is it out to stream or anything?
No,
Not
not yet.
Okay.
But we've been playing that out live, more and more recently, and it has like a nice like tempo switch like a couple times throughout the song, which is cool. And but like it kind of has room for extended like soloing, improvising, before it comes back into the song. And I don't know. I always like, I like that. But then, like Dancing in France is great because it's like a little more short and sweet, but like to the point and like catchy. I would say, catchy in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to ask. Maybe we have covered a lot.
Yeah.
Do you feel? How do you feel, bass player? I love.
How do you feel, Blue Suit? How do you feel?
I feel good. Well, I think I was watching the.
Well, I'm getting there.
Do you still ask?
Yeah, I'm
question?
gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna ask that one. Yeah,
I don't know.
Don't jump the gun, buddy. Just
I
relax,
can't say
man.
her
Let it
line.
marinate for a little bit and we'll
I
get
just
there.
always like when I do this want to keep talking, but I'm like I'm just gonna start having them repeat, like because I just love people's stories.
What's your
and I
favorite
love that
song?
you guys like get along. Like the other band I have is Shattered Figures. I don't know if I've talked to that I can remember. I think everything's been like solo, but like they get along. Like they have such a great story too, and they get along. And I just love it because being in a band is not necessarily like an easy thing.
Nah. It was a long time coming. We've been, like I said, we've had Kranick now for 2 years, and then trying to find a drummer was like the hardest thing in the world. And Eric rolled up, and it has been like a nice little happy marriage for the four of us.
Yeah.
At least
No,
from my
that's
point of
awesome.
view,
It's definitely fun now. There was calling them dog days would be harsh, but when we were a duo, we were doing a lot of the acoustic singer thing in like the bar scene, like 3 hours of cover songs. You know,
Right.
you sing to like
Right.
15 dudes who want to listen to CCR.
Right. And
And
it's
I-
fine at first. You're
and
like,
it
oh, I have a
was-
gig. Like,
I'd go to his house, and instead of writing music, it'd be like, all right, we really got to hammer in. Have you ever seen the rain?
yes, that's
And
what I'm talking about. Yeah.
that got old fast.
Yeah.
But what we do now is, at least it's fresh. It's so much fun. We at a show, we'll have people singing along to like our
That's
song,
gotta be the
Gravy and
best.
Grits. That's
Gravy and
wh-
Grits, I had it on the car,
Yeah,
and I was
that's
just thinking,
worth it right
I can
there.
just see like at a festival, like
Yeah.
the tents, and they have the campers, and they have the cooking, and that's when Gravy and Grits came on. I think
a big thing that I love about the band too is we play original music, and some people get into that, and there's no money in being an original band.
That's what we need to change.
Like
there needs to be.
We're not here to go to a bar and make $500 a night. We got fine jobs. Like I'm not doing this to make money. I'm doing this to shoot for the stars. And the fact that like I got 3 guys with me that are helping make that come more and more true every day. And now people are listening to our music, and it's good. It is just like awesome. I think it's very easy to go be a cover band or a wedding band and make a lot of money doing that. There's certainly a side of music where there is money.
Right.
But like I said in the beginning too, like someone's got to pick up the torch. And if making no money now means I'm not here to make millions of dollars. I'm just here to continue on the like linear progression of music. That's what I want to do,
Yeah.
So,
and that's what'll make you happy.
Yeah, I'm very grateful for the guys.
Yeah.
It's tough because the band I was in previously, it ended up folding after about 6 or 7 years. But we started a couple years before COVID, started recording stuff, playing out, and it's hard because we only played original music, never did a cover live. And then post-pandemic, trying to find some of those venues that closed that never made it through. So, it's starting to come back finally.
Yeah.
But you had 2021 to 2023, you had a lot of venues that were closed, and the only places that were open, only hiring cover bands. So the original music was kind of tough.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything else?
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, of
seriously,
course.
thank you so much for having us here today. It's awesome.
Yeah.
This is our first podcast.
I love that.
Anything. So.
All right. Well, if you guys don't have anything else to add, I'm going to ask the final question of the podcast, which is, how is music your hero? And whoever wants to start can start.
Start it up,
I'll start. Yeah.
He's been marinating.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was thinking while you guys were talking a second ago about so I went to school. I went to Westchester for accounting. 2009, I graduated, and I remember when I started, 2005, I started hanging out with a guy that I actually went to high school with. He went to Westchester University as well. So I started hanging out with him, and he played guitar, and I started learning a couple things from him. Pretty soon we're playing more often together. He's teaching me even more things. I'm playing with other friends, and at a certain point, I remember with accounting, I felt like it was ripping me in two. There was this music thing that I really liked doing, and then there was accounting was kind of sucking my soul away.
Right.
And it
that will suck your soul.
I ended up being oh, well, I'm already so far with my degree. I might as well keep going. And then 2 accounting jobs later, I haven't done accounting for over 10 years now. And more and more the past few years, it's I've been able to play more and more. I started going to open jams and eventually switched from guitar to bass. And I met these guys, and I start, we're doing this now, and so I don't know. I feel it's giving me new life.
You're so much happier, probably.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
that's cool.
Yeah. So in that regard, music's pretty great. And it just allows you to kind of express yourself in ways that many other things don't allow.
It's the only thing
accounting. Does not really allow much.
Counting.
Not a lot of
Oh
liberty
no.
there.
Yeah.
I couldn't do
Pretty
it.
finite.
Just sit there with
No,
Excel sheets and
It's
stuff.
not good at all. No.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you found your happiness or are finding it.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right, who's next?
I'll go. I grew up in a musical family. My dad was always playing drums for different blues bands. His grandfather and his great uncles, they used to play in swing bands back in the 20s and 30s. So a lot of people on my dad's side, professional musicians or played out. So there's always a drum kit for me to play on as a kid. And I gravitated toward the drums. My brother gravitated toward the saxophone. So we used to play all the time. He moved to guitar, then later bass, and I used to play with him in another band. But music and sports were kind of the forefront of me growing up. And then I started to veer more towards sports in high school and college. And I always listened to music because it was always a part of the life,
Right.
but didn't get back into playing it till the hand injury, and kind of has just rewired everything I'm doing to always, playing drums, dabble with bass, always trying to find new music. Music has gotten me through the greatest and the worst times of my life. So ever since, I hold music very dear.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll go. I'll kind of piggyback off of Kranik here. Music has given me a new fun chapter in my life. Even though it was in the family, my dad, he plays piano and keyboard, done it his whole life. I never picked up on any of it. So, and Anthony and I's relationship predates any sort of music relationship. We were 14 years old in high school, and it wasn't until he finally, got me to do the duo stuff, whenever that was. I mean, 2019, something like that.
Mhm.
And even then, like I said, we were it was less about writing, more, just getting comfortable, doing some covers here and there, and it's finally snowballed into this new chapter where it is my first band, so I've at least, like 2-3 years in, I at least am a bit more familiar with everything we do and stuff like practice and shows. It's just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it really is something. I'm just going with the wind. I really didn't think I'd be doing it.
Yeah.
So it's a fun new chapter for sure.
I love that. All right.
'Cause it's all
Big
me.
guy.
Yeah, all right. I love music. I've always loved music. I've always wanted to play the guitar. I started playing when I was like 13 or so. Took lessons for a couple months with a guy named Rob Birch. He went into a coma, and I used to go to the hospital and play while he was in a coma just to practice and get a grade. And then my parents split up when I was like 14. I lived with my dad, and we didn't like. It was what it was. But every day I'd pretty much come home from school and get pretty stoned up and lock myself in my room and just play the shit out of my guitar.
Yeah.
And I love it. And I wouldn't change one minute of my musical journey from doing that to I'm a big people person. So like making connections, like Obi prior to Nashville, he told me to go to Sun Studios and meet this woman, and it was all this stuff. And it's just been crazy. And then, I wasn't doing anything really. Before Nashville, I was going to open jams, and I was just some kid that could play guitar like half decently. And that was that. Went to Nashville, came home. We started doing the duo thing, and it was like, he's got a kick-ass voice, like a kick-ass voice. And he didn't sing. And I was like, no, like I know that if this guy starts singing, people are going to eat it up. And I guess I'm 27, so I've been doing music for 14 years, and the past 4 years with Angelo, and then the past year and change with these guys, the jump in things that have happened, I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah.
So music's my hero just because it's such a big part of my life.
Yeah, because it just is.
Yeah, I love it. I don't go a day without playing my guitar or listening to music or playing the piano. It just I need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that all of you guys, it's like you have found this happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's fantastic because that's the whole point of it.
I would like to add one of the cool things, and not to put you on the spot, Angelo, but looking at our early shows, because a lot of times we record them, compared to the later ones, the confidence and stage presence, seeing him transform into somebody who's a little more nervous to somebody who owns that microphone, it's really cool to see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I certainly was a nervous wreck. The first time I ever sang in front of people was at the Grape Room in Manayunk. Shout out the Grape Room. It was just an open mic. We showed up, and I was like shaking on stage. I had a hat on because I had a
baseball hat.
I had a bad haircut, and I was like, I didn't want to be on stage in front of people. So, and he was like, I was like, dude, let me wear the hat. He's like,
I'm a ball breaker. And I when he started, I was a little like this is how it's going to be kind of thing. Because he hadn't done anything before, and like here we were pretty much dressed like this, and he had like an old trucker hat on, and I was like, you're not wearing the damn hat on stage. And he was like, I need to wear the hat. Okay, just wear the hat.
It's a funny video.
And now my man wears different colored bedazzled jackets and grips that mic like
I
it's
love
his
that.
baby.
I remember like shaking when I was up there, and now it's a lot more fun. I still get nervous. But,
Yeah.
you learn ways to channel it.
Yeah. Do you guys drink?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rarely.
Really?
Sometimes.
But you do when you play though. You don't drink a lot. Or you do.
maybe a
We've
few.
had
There's
If you're a little younger, maybe you can handle it.
There's a bit like I had like I don't know 6 or 7 glasses of wine at Dawson, but we got there at 7 and didn't play till 11. So
Yeah.
But does it affect your playing?
no, kind of like what Kranik said in the beginning. Like I'm the guy that'll like I'd smoke like 8 blunts before we could go on, and I'm just as fine. It
Oh,
it doesn't-
okay, you're that guy.
I'm pothead kind of guy first, and yeah, I could get fried off my mind and walk up
And
stage
just be fine.
effortlessly. Yeah.
Yeah.
They used to call me Stony in Nashville. There's a couple videos of me, and they'd say
It's a nice nickname.
Stony.
It's better than alcoholic.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You got something?
Yeah, well, I feel like I used to, since especially that one time I got so nervous. Like I used to drink more before the show, like not a ton, but like just like some whiskey, and like because I felt like it would, relax me a little bit. I think the one show I was kind of like, I'm a little drunk right now. I should probably stop. No, lately.
But as far as you know, since you guys have been playing together, it's never been like it caused some sort of like, dude, what did you just do?
No.
Nobody's falling over.
So it's like,
kicking
yeah.
stuff.
we saved the beers for after the show.
Knocking
and like
amps over.
Yeah,
Blowing
after
up
the show, we
guitars
might be
and
a
drums.
mess. Yeah.
yeah.
And that has happened.
That
Yeah.
has certainly happened. Not
Well, that's good.
never a confrontation between us or anybody, but
No.
just one of us gets.
So it's
a
not
little
like the
too
people at karaoke.
Nah,
No.
we're nice and clean.
That's
All
the last
right.
time I sang was karaoke. It was not good.
Yeah. Well, that's what karaoke's for.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they love it. The people love.
Shout out Myrtle Beach.
That's where that happened.
Yeah.
Were you living there?
I was down for bike week,
Oh,
and
and you
I
sang
just
karaoke.
turned 21. I was with my parents. I don't remember the name of the bar. I do remember getting kicked out because I was peeing in the corner of the bar
Okay.
because I couldn't find the bathroom.
One of them. What's wrong with guys? I mean,
when you-
it's a
when you gotta
question
go, you
that
gotta
us
go.
females have. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, how do you not know that's not a
Yeah.
like the one time, long time ago when I was a teenager having a party and the guy's just like peeing in the laundry room sink, like it was like a big sink. Like
Been
what?
there.
How do you not?
Yeah.
I mean, what if I just went?
It's easier for us. We just
What
undo
if
the
females
zipper.
were like, "Oh, I'm on a toilet"?
Yeah.
No, yeah, no. I have a
Like,
friend
what-
that would
what
say
goes
he was
on?
like renting from another friend, and he would just be like, "Yeah, like if you have to pee, just go pee in the utility sink." And I'd be like,
Crazy.
I'm like, "There's stuff in the sink." I'm like, "What are you gonna do with all this stuff?" Like, there's
Or like, yeah, they get up in the middle of the night and just like pee in the.
I've seen
Closet or-
people open clothes drawers, think it's a toilet, and just
What
start
is
going.
wrong with guys?
I peed on my friend's TV when we were in high school.
Why?
I was wasted, and then they drew all
I
over
think
me with
alcohol has a
Sharpie.
play in it a lot. Then.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
And we go anywhere. Like you just whip it out, and I don't have to squat or wipe. None of that. Yeah. Shout
Yeah.
out being a guy.
Shout out to being a guy. All right. Well, anyways, you guys, thank you for taking the time and coming here and hanging out and talking and all that fun stuff.
Thanks for having
And
me.
Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. And I look forward to the band growing and taking over the world.
That's right. Coming for the Beatles. You hear that, King Charles?
But yeah, and I'll definitely get to a show. So it's super cool to meet you guys.
yeah,
so thank
please
you.
do. That'd be awesome.
Until next time, keep creating, keep connecting, and keep building together. Remember, we're in this together, so let's keep each other's shine alive.